I think that we came to Old Mill for the first time when we needed assessments for the children in our care. When kids first come into care with a new family, there are a variety of tests and assessments that need to happen to figure out what their needs might be. And then quickly after that, we also needed counseling services, occupational therapy. We had a child in the preschool promise program here, and then we've had a child in the intensive therapeutic services classroom. So we've used many of the services that Old Mill offers.
We can't imagine doing this without them. Like, they are so instrumental in what we're doing. With the resources they provide, the classes, the classrooms, the teachers, the staff, everything. I mean, they're an invaluable resource. Old Mill Center has been able to not only provide kids with the sort of counseling services and the therapeutic classrooms that they need, you know, behavioral therapy, occupational therapy, or just counseling. They've also done something great for us, which is provide respite, for a place for these kids to be somewhere else, and we trust that they're going to be safe and looked after at Old Mill, and then come back to us, and everyone is recharged. It's very, very hard when you're a resource parent or foster parent and you can't find a babysitter, and then for Old Mill Center to come and like, we'll take these kids for 5 hours, 5 days a week, and we're happy to do it. And it's not just like sitting in front of a TV or anything. No, they're doing real good for these kids, and it's a huge relief to have a partner like that.
Not the least important that they've been able to give us is the support of other people who understand and see these children for the beautiful ways that they really are. They have been able to give us supports that are consistent and reliable. A lot of times for kids who have complicated behaviors and trauma-induced behaviors like our children do, those are kids that get sent back home. You'd think you're sending them to a day at school, but they're coming right back because their behavior wasn't good. But at Old Mill, they see those behaviors as communication. And so we've been able to reliably send our kids day after day to these schools, and they're forming relationships with those kids that are so important. And with Old Mill's help, we've been able to be really successful and have confidence to bring kids into our home who would cause other people to give up. We've been successful with kids in our care who had bounced to multiple houses, different families trying to make it work, but between behaviors or child care issues, they weren't able to keep those kids in their homes. That's traumatic every time that happens to a kid. But when they came to us and we knew that we had Old Mill to rely on, we knew that these kids could have a much more optimistic future. The fact that these kids have been able to get to a place where they are thriving and happy means that our home has been able to be a peaceful, wonderful place to be. That Steve and I have more time to be just okay, that we're not struggling so hard and using all of our energy to put out fires, that we're able to enjoy our family life and enjoy these beautiful people growing up. There have certainly been times when the heavy needs that these kids have been so much that it's been hard to find the joy in our own home. And I understand that that's why a lot of people don't choose to be resource families. But I don't regret it. And a big part of why we've been able to do it for as long as we have, and why we've enjoyed it as much as we have, is because Old Mill has been able to give us the missing pieces that we needed in order to turn this into a success story. You should support Old Mill Center because they are using evidence-based practices that meet needs in our community that are not going anywhere without Old Mill meeting those needs.
I can't see why anyone would not want to support this place. the amount of good that they do, the difference that they make, the positive changes that Old Mill creates daily is, well, words fall short. And it's not just like nice to have it and it's like, oh, it feels good that we've got something like that in our community. It's essential. It's essential, and we need it here. And not just us, but thousands of families need Old Mill, and we're so lucky that we have something like Old Mill here.